You're right. I have them as target A. He's below you. He's a little bit closer. He's like,
Oh.
Mr. Gary,
Hello.
how are you
I
doing?
was
I know you're waiting. I just got the new thing launched.
those guys near
I
my
have to get the
phone.
new
This is your
product. I got Frank and Matt without video here. So Anthony, accept.
The drone's on me.
This is a little new to me because it's all online based. So I have to get it upgraded. Otherwise, I don't get the length of time that I need. So let's see what happens. Hold on a sec. Market watch.
Drone's on me.
Then anybody else coming on?
I am not clear. Drone's on me.
Looks like Anthony dropped out. All right. I'll wait for a few more minutes here.
All right.
Here he comes again. Trying to figure
I don't
out,
have my rockets.
allow participants to unmute themselves.
I don't know how to get them equipped.
Lock meeting,
It's dead.
no. Play enter, exit chime, there you go. It should let everybody in. I don't know who's, I know Connie's missing, so.
It's not on. It's not on it.
All right, I'm gonna let Tony on. Tony, you're gonna actually, your camera is off, I think. And your mic is off.
Right now?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yeah, I only need like 1 or 2 minutes because I want you guys to do your meeting. I just wanted to give you a couple quick updates. That's about it.
Yeah, let us know what's going on with the, especially with the interest on. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, as far as according to the Fannie Mae projections and Freddie Mac, I mean, the interest rates are going to drop, but they're going to probably slightly go up in by end of this month and in May, but it'll drop again in June. However, in regards to the coronavirus, COVID-19, we don't really know exactly what's going on. We kind of got an idea. The other thing I wanted to bring up is that the qualifications for FICO on the FHAs and all government loans, VA and so forth, have raised already with all brokers pretty much. Not as much direct lenders, but they're going to follow suit. So right now you're looking at a lot of brokers going at 660 on FHA from the traditional 580. My broker's going at 640. But the back end DTI ratios are still the same, 56, 58. And I'm sure you also know the last thing is your appraisals. Also, obviously, you're doing the drive-by appraisals now, and they're doing limited inside appraisal work. So that's already happened with one of my listings today that I did with one of my borrowers in real.
Does it mean you can get away with murder or what?
No. They're still gonna take things to that. I mean, as far I don't do the appraisal management company does, but you know they do the desktop appraisal, and then they do the drive-by, and then I'm not too sure how they do the inside, but I know they're limiting the exposure to the inside, so I don't.
Are they doing it through maybe pictures from the
yes
listing agent?
They're doing the listing agent still goes in, and as far my listing agents have gone in on their my buying agents have gone in with my clients on the homes, and they obviously have a you have to have certain measures in place to be able to go into the house now, but that's how they're mostly doing it, taking pictures, posting it. However, if newer properties and homes are not too much of a concern, but obviously the ones that have been The little older homes are definitely probably still going to have to do an outside look over and then still check out the outside heaters and so forth.
Do they do any kind of inspection also, or what is allowed? How much is it allowed to get to the property itself?
They're still allowed to. They have to go with the listing agent, but they are, like I said, the newer homes are just basically doing a drive-by more now, and they're going with the pictures from the listing agent as well as the buyer agent, throwing stuff in there. They have to. The appraisal management still has the right to either give the AOK for the it's per case scenario. So if whoever the appraiser that the appraisal company sends out, it's up to them to let them know, hey, you're going to go in, you're not going to go in. But obviously, it's their decision. Most of mine, they have been going in. Just giving you a heads up.
So are the tenants or the occupants letting them in as such?
They're letting them in on strict appointment only, yes. But mostly, a lot of it still is, as you know, is virtual.
Because there's a lot of new paperwork that just came out from CAR. So I think most of the companies are starting to notify everybody that they need to have those paperwork for the listing, or anybody else have that on board as soon as they sign things up.
Well, the good thing is for you, all the realtors too, I'll leave this on a note. Got an update too on Fannie and Freddie that they're going to go, they're going to be more lax on the qualifications now for income and via written verifications. So they're going to go a little easier on that now for pay stubs. Obviously, you want to see a full 1 month, and then you have to combine it with the VOE. Now I'm able to, not all lenders, but I'm able to qualify based on just year to date on one pay stub. And on the VOE, I don't have to have the W. I just have the WVOE. I don't need the verbal. So it's actually pretty good for buyers right now.
Question.
Verbal?
Go ahead.
What about stated income?
Well, the income qualifications are still the same, but there's going to be less of them. That's what Freddie and Freddie and Fannie are saying. They're saying that for the income, usually it's the 1 month, pay stubs combined and cross references with the WVOEs. Now, now the written VOEs are pretty much all you have to use, and they're only going to use year to date the last pay stub. They're not going to do. But I'd wait on that to see if they go through with that.
So it's not like the old 2005 for stated incomes.
Absolutely, and then the appraisal as well, the drive-by, but it's still Frank, and then the other realtors probably know a little bit more than I do on that one. But when you guys go in your meeting, you guys talk about that, but that's just a word through the grapevine. But the interest rates, like I said, they're still low. They dropped again a quarter point the other day, and they may go up in May, but they're projecting in 90 days that it's still going to go back down again in June. But then we don't know when it's going to happen with this COVID-19, though. But it's good right now.
Rate?
What's the rate?
The current rate.
The current rate right now on the average current rate is I'm still getting 3.5s on the average. They're saying across the board it's closer to 4, but obviously all lenders are different. For me, I'm consistently doing 3.5s right now, and I can still do the 3.25s. Obviously, it's more of a buy down when you start getting into 2s unless you go to a 15-year.
What's the buy down for 1 point or 2 point to get down to 2?
I don't have my pricing engine up right now, but to give you a heads up, I had a buyer that wanted to go to a 2.875, and they were at par at 3.50. They wanted to go down to 2.875. The buy down to a 3.0 was about $4,000, $3,000, $3,500, and then they wanted to go down to 2.875. That can go down to like 10 to 11,000. Just a heads up, but it's different with each investor that I use. But it's about in that ballpark.
Okay, all right, I'll take this offline with you later on. So I got Connie. There's something happening with another investor. He's got a couple of, not couple, but he's got quite a few people he wants to work with you. So I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. All right.
I don't want to put it up on the vocal up here right now. So.
All right. So anyone have any other questions before I leave to let you guys have your meeting?
Nope.
Hey, Anthony.
Yes, sir.
Regarding the employment verification, is it straight across the board for everybody, or it's just for the people that are doing the servicing, like the restaurants, the hotel?
Different.
Yes. Is it different? across the board, or is just for people that have been impacted?
Well, it just really people that impacted, but they're going to probably go across the board. It hasn't been finalized yet, but I know even before it's finalized, when things start spreading rumors, look what all the brokers did right now.
Okay.
Brokers just went up. Before you came on, I was telling them it went up to 640 now. Remember we were talking yesterday that we get possibly going to go up? Well, it did go up today. They all went to 640. Okay. My lender, my brokers did 640, but a lot of them are doing 660, and direct lenders are up to 660 as well. It's not going to impact the DTI qualifying back ends and front ends. It's still going to be at 56, 58 for the FHA. But the reason why they're doing this is they want to make sure it's a little more risky now because people losing their jobs. So that's why they raised the FICO a little bit on it.
All right. Okay. Well, thanks for the info.
Yeah, you got it, man. Everybody take care. Have a great meeting. If you have any questions, you have my phone number from Marvin and also on everything else and my email.
Take care. Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody. Have a great meeting.
You too. Bye. Just to give you a heads up, by the way, it's not I had to, but I had to come to a different type of a Zoom, which is more of an online system now, rather than the old one. That's why today we had some little glitches. I had to get you guys all accepted or come on board before I could allow everybody. I had to accept each one individually. I don't know if can you guys see this?
Kind of, yeah.
So I could mute you and everything else. There's a much more powerful system this thing's got right now. But each one of you I had to let you in one at a time, and I had to go.
Really?
Yeah, it's a little. So I have to I only sent one email out. In the old days, I could send one email out to everybody. Connie would do that, which I did today, not realizing this thing doesn't allow you, except for Connie to come in, and then Connie got kicked out.
Is that for security reasons?
It's security
No.
reason. There's hackers in Zoom now. They use
a lot of hackers.
That happened to my meeting.
Yeah, but it's also
yesterday.
It's my settings also. I need to do the settings, so that way I need to actually now set up everybody's email, and I'm going to ship it out to you guys so that everybody can come online at the same time. So we shouldn't have problems. Just to give you. Sorry.
For a while. I see you now.
What you talking about, Sonny?
You blocked me when I was trying to be on time. Pretty sweet.
I was using the old one, not realizing you had a new number. So maybe that's how it got.
No, it's a number is the same. It's just that it's a new.
Not the same.
It's
not.
not.
I checked. No, it's not.
Okay, my mistake.
Yeah.
There's the backup. The backup always keeps me posted.
I was like, what the heck?
She'll bust me up. She'll bust me up. So that's the thing.
Hey,
All right.
have you had
So is this you off the screen? You?
Oh, hold on, Alton. What's it?
Is that right?
You're echoing. Go ahead.
Are you saying need resources? Zoom?
This is a new Zoom. It's online Zoom, basically set up. So a little different. Amber, what were you saying?
Oh, we just showed a property today in Palm Springs with a broker from Berkshire Hathaway, and we had to sign 2 contracts before entering the property.
Yep.
Pretty. I was like, are we in escrow already?
No. No.
Super interesting. I can't believe they allowed us to do it. I wasn't there.
What happened again?
I had a property showing for a client in Palm Springs, and my associate showed the property. And before we did the actual showing, we had to sign 2 contracts. One of them is PEAD in the car.
Right.
That's a PEAD.
Berkshire Hathaway has their own COVID-19. It's basically like if you get COVID-19 in the property, it's not our fault.
Well, the COVID-19 is gone. All those 3 items are gone from Berkshire Hathaway, but all these are now from CAR that's sitting down here. So I'll share it with you. I'll forward it to Connie. Connie will get it out to everybody. But you guys can put this into your listing presentations as well.
Yeah,
so make sure you keep that. Did I ask you?
Just trying to keep you guys up to date. I hear you guys sound like you're a little off on.
A little behind the times. We're behind the times. Damn it.
Why
I'd like to bring you forward, but okay.
Why did we let him even come on board?
You're the one that held me up, though.
I'm the one who held you up. All right, guys, let's move on. I just want to give a couple of heads up, by the way. Next Thursday, we got 1031 exchange with
Nice.
Debbie Bannister. But then after that, we'll have a half an hour. So each one will be getting a half an hour, but I can now do more than half an hour. So it won't kick you guys off and after 40 minutes and you have to come back on. Now it's just, we can carry on going as long as we want. We're going to have Movement Mortgage. Kui Hung is going to come on board and he's going to show you the differences between a regular loan pre-approval letter versus what Movement Mortgage does unique. I'm not asking you guys to go with Movement Mortgage. I do go with Movement Mortgage when I really need them and they'll bail me out. I've had pretty good results, especially when they rescue you from when your things going south, and that's what makes the difference. Kui Hung, that's in there. And one of the things that I actually saw that he wrote up, I don't know who wrote it up, but he had written it up with his friend that was pictured in here. So I'm just going to quickly go. And hopefully I can find it fast enough. Oh, by the way, just to give you a heads up, here's Faith from that title company we were talking about. So Faith, Kui, myself, and Courtney Mandock are the few people that we go way back. Let me see if I can find him because he's written something here to make the difference of how things are different from everybody else. And he's not trying to brag, but this is a business that was set up by one of a football player. And the football player put his money into this company, which he set up such a way that now he also gives 1% of his money to charity.
Whoa.
So there's a lot of money there. Give me a second.
A charity.
Pictures are getting pretty risque.
I don't know what charity it
I don't
is,
think
but
he'd appreciate you.
I'm sorry?
I don't think he's gonna appreciate you going through all his personal photos on your YouTube
Oh,
channel.
he doesn't mind. He's okay with it. I already know. Kui's hotshot. Kui actually escaped from Vietnam.
Oh, cool.
Just to let you guys know, that's why he's so aggressive for what he does and how he does. Anybody recognize this, Connie?
Yes.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alton also. And then that guy next to him.
Yeah, I know. Never mind. I'm not going to get into that. I don't
By
have
the
a
way-
good, I don't have a good taste about it.
By the way, so Fong can relate to with him too. Because Fong and him, they also,
Fong's not on today. What happened?
oh, he has a video Zoom with the other side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and yeah, he told me already.
Let me see. This is somebody else actually. He's with the picture that I'm looking for is a picture of Kui and one of his teammates, and they're talking about. I hope I find it, man. This is gonna drive me nuts today.
10 minutes later.
10 minutes later, you know
What
what?
are we?
You guys
what
are
are we
funny,
doing
you know that? We're playing with Facebook. Shut up, down
That's
here.
what you're playing with it. That's what we're saying. Yeah.
Oh, you're the one who's telling me all that?
Is that the
We're
start?
enjoying photo albums here now.
Wait, this is a really great Friday night call.
Yes, exciting session. Look, use your imagination.
Thank you so much, Arvin.
Why do I have to
That's
put up
variety
with
with
you? Why do I have to
football.
put up with you guys? Why do I have to put
Such
up with
variety.
this?
Yeah, gee whiz. We see everything on display.
Okay, we
Can
get
I
it.
read-
We get the
I
point.
don't know,
Like,
get it.
stop
Never
it.
mind.
Just talk
Come
about
on,
it.
fine.
We get you. Just talk about
Let's
it.
talk about it.
Yeah, just talk about it. We're
All
How
good.
about it? Talk about
So
it.
approval as far as financing and everything else, as far as taking the client's information and getting it all approved is 6 hours. They do it within 6 hours, which means they get him approved, not just approval as far as a letter, but it's an approval saying, hey, this guy's worth so much, he can buy so much. Then the next stage, within 48 hours, it goes to an underwriter. Underwriter will write everything together with a few conditions regarding your offer and the house that you are going to buy. But other than that, also the appraisal, sorry. Other than that, everything is approved. All the paperwork, everything is taken care of. So there's no last minute somebody's going to say, hey, you know what? I need this bank statements or that bank statements. They're ready to fund in less than 8 days. That's the difference.
Okay.
What about the VOE that has to be performed?
They take care of all
Is
that.
that going to be a prior to funding
Yeah,
with them?
yeah.
Okay.
They do everything. So that's, I want him to explain it. He's better at it. I don't know anything about lending too much.
Okay.
I would just say I'm ignorant about it, but at the same time, I know how financing works. But
Yeah,
I
just
leave
my
it up to these
experience,
guys.
my experience been that I've had that issue. You know, I've had people approve it, but once it goes for a full submission, there's always added conditions afterwards.
Yeah, that added condition, these guys take care of it even
Yeah, and
prior
that's
to
one
that.
thing is that, you know, we got to be careful out there with that.
Yeah, these guys take care of all that way ahead of time, so they make sure that everything is taken care of before we go forward. I noticed a couple of hiccups coming up here. This is March, but I don't see any headaches going on long term. So if I do a long term, we're still on the rise, guys. So just give you a heads up. Even far as listing goes, listing is going down, so we have the niche. Now, by end of the weekend, I will try and get you at least 100 to 200 leads of absentee leads coming from Remind. So I've already started working on it. Connie, did you give Tony his leads?
Yes, I did. He already said thank you.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. That's very
Oh, he
much.
sent it to me.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But we already sent him over 1,000 leads, because I picked up close to about 1,500 leads for this month. Now we're going to send him more. Actually, we'll send you guys more, because I'm going to pick up everybody's leads. I want you guys to start nailing this. And just to give you a heads up, I already did order my stuffs. And just to give you a heads up, that's the stamp. Okay, so I've got one stamp for the front, and I have the second stamp for the telephone number. So I know it's shiny. There's the telephone number, and if you look at that's my address.
We're looking at a different screen, Arvin. We're looking at your Remind screen.
If you're not seeing my picture,
You gotta look
Look
at
at his
him.
video.
look at my video.
Yeah.
Look at his face.
His face.
Oh, your face. Oh, I have it off so I can see my screen. Sorry, I don't have a big screen here.
So that's what I've got.
Oh, got it.
I've got these self-inking
Off the
stamps.
screen. Okay,
These self-inking stamps have come in. So
awesome.
I ordered them about a couple of days ago, and they came in. I actually sent everybody the, what is it? I don't know. I forget the name of the place. Rubber stamp or something like that. Whatever. That's okay. So I'm not going to keep this too long for you guys. I know you guys already zoomed out.
Yes.
For this whole week.
Yes,
Oh,
me
who
though.
said yes?
Zoom out.
Alton.
That's
I know.
not the only one. I'm zoomed out. That's for sure.
Everyone is. See?
Yeah.
You guys are zoomed out?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, everyone's using Zoom. Everyone.
We using
Yeah.
Zoom
Zoom
all
is
week
happy.
long.
Zoom is happy.
All we love, baby.
You guys are not zoomed out now.
Yeah, because we have you. That's why.
Stop you down.
All
You
right.
gotta be zoomed out showing us all this. You gotta be.
I'm not. I'm happy. So I'm going to start bringing out absentee ownership from here. So here's a couple of things I want you guys to look at. With the absentee ownership, I want you guys to start calling these people. Even though it seems a less number of phones that you're going to get, but what I want you guys to do, and let me just apply this and show you what I'm doing, because I've already given you this with the first time I met with you at the Staple conference room. I gave you guys the information that we needed. So this is an absentee ownership, for instance, and you guys can correspond it with the Remind address too. Here's the address, mailing address for the client. And the telephone numbers will also, if it's available, it will be provided for you guys. Like in this case, it's available, so I'll export it for you guys and have it ready for you guys. So
Yes.
we don't have to buy that. I'm using my system right now until further notice. If I have to pay for it, then I'll use part of that funding that Tony had given us and put it into this system here. But right now, I'm going to leave it just like this, and I'm going to do at least 100 to 200 leads for each one of you, and we're going to have that shipped out to you guys. So I want you guys to start calling them. Here's something I want you guys to remember. Call them the first time on the same day, but call them 3 times the same day. Don't change. So if you call them 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, call them 3 times. They need to see your telephone number, so that gives them an idea there is somebody that is more friendlier than a telemarketer calling me. So I need to reach out and pick up this phone. On the 4th time, which is the next day, I want you guys to leave a message if they don't pick it up and make the urgency. Since we don't have the postcards ready because the printers also shut down temporarily right now, we'll get the printing out later on. But right now, I need you guys to start calling. Don't spend time, don't waste time. I want you guys do 25, do less. If you have to do 10 solid calls at a time, do them. Okay, I'm holding you guys accountable. I want to see results because we need to show results to Tony and them as well, because everything is at stake, guys. Make it happen. I know you guys can do it. I've shown you the ropes. I've given you the information. Now, I did send out, if I'm correct, Connie, did you get this thing also? We talked about the, let me see if I can pull it up first here.
By the way, Arvin, I still didn't get my digital version.
You're not going to get your digital version.
So I need to forward it to what?
Nice. I'm sending you that thing I'm mailing you. I don't have a digital version of it. So I'm
the one you sent, no, the one you passed around.
I'm giving you a hard copy too.
Oh, is that what you, okay.
That's what
How come you
I'm
have so many
emailing you.
pictures of Connie?
He was fixing it. I don't know
I
why.
was trying to fix it. What am I looking for?
It looks great, Connie.
Absentee ownership. There we go. I've sent you this spot. I need you guys to follow it. Hope you guys can see it. So find the absentee ownership. I've already got that set up for you guys. By Monday, you guys will have everything ready. So by this weekend, I'll get everything done. Out of state, in state, export the list. You can have the Excel sheet, so don't worry about it. Find the owner's contact information from Fast People Search. If there is no telephone number, find it. Okay, you guys have got Fast People Search. Get it done, guys. Set time to call the clients. Figure out in the morning, you guys. We are all on Zoom, so now it's the best time to reach out to them. If there's an email, do an email blast. Don't be afraid of calling these people and talking to them. First of all, tell them, you know what? I hope everybody's safe. I hope everything is okay with you guys. Just wanted to reach out and let you know, by the way, Southern California is on a shutdown as well, just like everything else. But if you're having some issues with your renters and everything else, let us know. We can help you out and help you sell the properties, but we can keep the renter in place. We won't get them out. Think of it carefully. We don't want to kick the renters out. We want to keep it, let the new guys have a renter already. So it's a win-win. Don't kick the people out in the bad times. Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's just help them with a 1031 exchange movement, basically. You want to show them 1031 exchange. I've also sent you things from Debbie. Debbie sent you all the paperwork. Well, I've sent you the paperwork from Debbie. And that paperwork is all on Word doc that can be modified so that you guys can, let me pull this up, whoops.
Can we get like a more simple, like an email script to send out? Because like I'm sending that out and people are just like.
What are you sending out?
I'm sending out what you sent us that Debbie sent us, but that material is super, there's just so much information there. And I'm reading it and I'm just like, I feel like people are gonna be like,
no, all right. So I don't want you to send too much out. I just want you to send one item at a time.
I'm doing that, but it seems too, like, look at all this. Scroll down. That's
Right.
so much stuff. Like the
But it's-
copy needs to be simple.
It's one page.
I think it's too much.
Well,
I'm not
there-
getting responses. I've sent out 25 emails, but maybe I need to just keep doing it.
you just need to keep doing it. This is not going to change. What I'm trying to help you understand is this part, you need to change all this on the
Yeah, I did that.
left side.
I did
Right.
that. All I'm doing is the actual text.
Right. So all you need to do is send this out. That's it with your information on your left-hand side.
Okay. But when we do the calls, Arvin, what should we be telling them?
Just tell them, first of all, I just want to actually let you know, hope everybody's safe in your family. Just wanted to reach out and say hi. Next, by the way, we are doing a lot of 1031 exchange in California right now, but we are keeping the tenants intact. We're not moving them out because we want them also safe. But if you're having some issues, we'd like to help you with the 1031 exchange. And we have a team. Remember, you guys have a team now.
Yeah.
You guys don't falter on this team part, because this team part is very important. And you guys need to apply it and use it all the time. Don't be afraid of it. Because I've sent out, with Connie found an expired, we sent it out. We sent out the entire expired item also. So this is something I guess want you to work on. And this is all in a Word doc also. Please download it. If it's in Google, you guys try to mess with it, it looks stupid. You need to download it into your Word doc and then fix this. All you need to do is fix my information, remove my information, and everything else is need to be taken care of. So all these items removed. Did we? I don't think this is the one, but I have a one that was sent out with everything has been corrected. So I'm trying to figure out this one. This one's missing here right now. I've got too many things going on, so I apologize. Oh, there it is. The main one. So what I've done is this is the one that has been corrected with our team and all the new pictures also.
Cool.
I've put everybody's pictures on. And here's the latest one with 12 different team members. Okay, so I've got Frank and Fong on each side, and I've got the whole team at the bottom also and on the top. I've changed the collective, made it a little smaller, and it's all ready for you guys to go. If you find expireds, print this whole thing up. This is about 13, 14 pages. Get it done. And if you need to drop it off on the UPS envelope with your business card as well. Expireds are the ones also we need to attack, guys. Don't be afraid of it. It's just a little bit of printing to do, but get the printing done, drop it off. Who's talking? Oh.
Just letting you know.
I'm actually in the.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say the mail is super slow right now, Arvin. Just letting you know, like super.
No, this mail is not super slow. It's you. You need to drop.
It's really slow.
No,
I'm still
you're
waiting.
You're missing something. You need to drop it off. Do your local expireds. So drop this off on their doorstep and the UPS or FedEx envelope.
Okay.
Don't wait for UPS or mail to send out. I want you guys to drop it off, because it's better that you drop off and make sure that you put gloves or whatever and then drop it off. So be safe, okay?
Question.
Yeah.
So we can just go, I know I've done this before, but I'm running low on those UPS or FedEx envelope. Can we just go and say, hey, can you give us some? They will give it to you?
Yeah.
Okay, with no questions, okay.
No. FedEx will give it at least 25, UPS will do the same thing. But you can also hit different stores. So that way they don't know you already asked for somewhere else. And if you guys really have a problem, there's a guy in the red picture there. He's sitting and drinking water. Ask him. He used to work for UPS. He's keeping quiet. See that?
You just go to the distribution center. Go to the distribution center.
Distribution center?
It's on Wilson in Anaheim.
Anaheim and Wilson. Ours is in Fountain Valley. If you guys are near here, Long Beach has something near the airport. So there's quite a few. Frank, yours is near Carson. I'm trying to figure out near the Mercedes Is it a Wilmington Alco station, the refinery? But it's in that certain area there. You'll have to double check it.
Okay.
I'm talking about Kelly. Frank, you're towards Hacienda Heights and that.
Yeah, I think there's one in Whittier.
Okay. Kelly?
And then, yeah, Whittier is mostly. And then I also have my sister-in-law works for a mailing parcel company. So she'll be able to hook me up there.
Kelly, what were you saying?
I have a box at 2 stores, so I can go whenever I need.
Okay. You guys need to be, I can't feed you everything, but you guys need to be creative and get your things done, because this is not going to work if you guys, I can give you all the tools, but you guys not going to use it, nothing's going to happen, guys. So the best way, make it happen, because even I am running out of time. I need to get things going also. So I'm just pounding it away as best as I can.
Awesome.
Okay.
Can I make a suggestion?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we like schedule a time to do like cold call practice and then hit the phones?
It's a
Yeah,
good
the
idea.
morning. Let's warm up.
What?
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Just because I'm doing calls, but
One
like,
Thursday,
I
right?
don't know. I think I'm falling short.
What do you mean? What do you mean you're doing calls? What's your calls
I'm
issue?
doing calls, but none of my numbers work.
No, because
So I'm
maybe
leaving voice messages and I'm texting.
yeah,
And
but
people are writing me back and they're saying, "Get lost, spammer."
So you're not a spammer. You should tell them that you're not a spammer, because they think no soliciting. This one here, I've actually set up a Google phone line already on my side, and I'm using that. So I can call through Google phone line because it's got a local number that I work with. So it just see all these lines. It's just a matter of calling these people up. All you need to do is dial. So phone call, and it will actually come up with the whole system. Put
We're
your
not
number
seeing
in.
anything, Arvin.
What do you mean you're not seeing anything?
We're just seeing the fire.
Amber, what time do you call in the morning?
Hold on a sec. Something paused here. I don't know how.
I do the evening.
Oh, you call in the evening.
I've been doing like 6, 7, 8.
See it now?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
You should try in the morning at like 9 when people are more friendly.
7 to 9 probably. When
Yeah.
people are driving, that's what they said when they're driving
The
to
best time to
work.
call somebody's not at the end of the day because they're already pissed off. The best time to hit them is in the morning.
Okay.
Amber, if you want to, you can join my prospecting group. We call from 9, well, actually from 8 to 12.
8 to 12.
Yeah, I can give you the Zoom
All
ID.
right. You got a suggestion?
I'm in.
It's
I'll
all
go, Gary.
wrong.
Send me that thing. I'm down for that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, here's your answer. I've given you guys this.
Yes.
Yeah.
How come you guys not using this?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
We didn't have the numbers yet. We don't have the numbers yet, Arvin. You still have the numbers.
No, he has the name. You have to find the numbers.
You got fast people search, you never use it. Even though I
Fast
haven't
people
given you the
search?
numbers, you could have been using fast people search too. You're not resourceful. Right now, I've been trying to get the Remind to get us the numbers in that. You're going to get that as well. But without that, you guys could have also started getting numbers from fast people search.
I've been doing it.
I know, but tell him that.
I already got the numbers.
So what are you complaining about then?
No,
I
you said
said-
you're going to have more numbers. You said you're
You
going to
will get, but you need to call the same people over and over. Look at this. This is what I've been trying to tell you. I told you this years ago. 7:30 is when you guys want to mail them. 7:30, 9:30. Get them going. Kill them. The problem is just because it's the virus issues right now, you guys are not calling anybody. You guys are afraid of it. Now's the best time. Hey, how are you? Hey, Gary, I noticed. How are you doing? Everything okay with you and your family?
Good. Yes, everything's good. We just home.
Fantastic. Just Gary,
Yeah.
just wanted to let you know, by the way, I got an offer from my buyer on your property in Huntington Beach. By any chance, you're interested in looking at that?
You know what? I don't think I'm in the mood to do anything right now. Everything's so scared. So,
It's an
no.
absentee ownership, you smoked ads.
Okay. You know what? I'm not sure. I'm collecting rent. Everything seems to be good. So yeah.
But they might be thinking of moving because of the COVID virus issues and that. So just to give you a heads up, when was the last time you took advantage of the 1031 exchange?
A couple years ago.
A couple of years ago. You know, it's time for you to take a move again right now.
How many people
not
really
sure.
know
Yeah,
about
that would be something interesting.
1031? That's something I'm not
All right. So we need to, I think we need to do coaching on that. You guys figure out a time when you guys are available. Let's do some role playing on that.
Yeah.
We
Big
can
time.
do that on one of the Thursdays. Or
We
it's
can
gonna
do,
be,
we can do Thursday.
we
So
can switch around the topics too.
right. So instead of a 2 hour or 1 hour or something, this is going to be a 1 hour coming Thursday.
Mm.
When do you guys want to do? Monday mornings?
Yeah.
Yeah, Monday morning.
I can't.
Oh
do
wait, no,
Monday
he's
morning.
already got the Monday morning at 9. How about Saturday morning?
No, I'm working on Saturday morning.
Sunday morning?
Forget you and your Sunday morning. She's on the Sunday, Saturday, but she doesn't want to work on
Wait,
weekdays.
God said
No,
do not work
because
on
Gary
Sundays.
just sent us the thing for 9 a.m. on Monday through Friday.
Do
I
it
just
Thursday. Do it Thursday then.
I mean, it's optional.
Have
You guys
Zoom
don't
anyway.
have to join, but once you guys do, you'll be hooked into it. It's like
No, I want to do it. I just don't want to. I don't want to conflict. I don't want to have to choose between yours and Arvin.
Do Gary's first.
Yeah.
If that works out, keep going. If not, then we can always fall back and do mine. Shouldn't be a
yeah,
problem.
mine's optional because it's just a bunch of us who get together and we listen how other people's call. And you have any questions, you can throw the answer to the group and the group will answer to you. Whoever has
How's that
time.
work?
Awesome.
By the
How do
way,
we
Just
get-
join. I cannot explain. Just join and you'll see.
Yeah.
How do we join?
I'm
How do
in.
we join?
I'll be there.
oh,
It's
Click
on the
on the thing.
chat.
The link
It's on the
it's
chat.
in the chat. Alton, it's in the chat.
Yeah, I
alternates
sent
in
it
the
to chat.
So
If you don't like it, just delete the link and
Connie.
don't ever show up. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Connie.
thank you for the invite, Gary. I'll be there.
Yes.
Connie, just send it to everybody.
Pounding
Okay,
the phones.
I will.
Yeah, so everybody there's like some of these people they sell 100 houses a year. I'm like, and they're in the group. So
Yeah, dude, that's where I want to be. Let's do it.
Okay,
yeah, so
let's make it
just
happen,
join.
guys.
I mean, try it out.
Wait, one more.
Gotta make Arvin proud.
Yes,
I have
guys,
something
I
to
have to run right now.
Hold on. Okay,
Yes.
Connie, what's
No, I
up?
was gonna
Where you
say.
going? Where are you going, Gary? You're supposed to be in isolation.
Huh?
Say go to your
Oh,
email.
yeah.
I just forward you
Dinner.
the picture of the file, the folder, where they can get it if they want for the for the expired. I just found that one on a 99-cent store. I thought it was a 2-pack. It's a 5-pack.
So
So you
Connie
get-
Connie will print out that expired package that I sent you, and she puts it into this little folder, and then she sends it out. Gary, see you.
What?
Thanks, Gary.
Are we done?
We're just about done, but
We're
we're,
keep making money, but you go have dinner.
I got this from a client gave this to me.
Nailed it.
Hold on. Don't go yet. I have something to show.
hey Gary, you're banned. You're banned from the next Zoom meeting because you're wearing the mask.
What are you talking about? I am compliant with the state. A client gave this to me.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't care.
Like
I'm
a
scared
real-
all of y'all. You want to take a picture? Everyone, take a picture?
Hey,
Gary,
Connie's gonna.
you're about
Connie-
Would you like it now?
right now.
Connie's got her stuff. Here's mine. I'm hiding behind the glass.
That was good.
Hey Gary,
Yes.
how'd you like mine now?
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Connie,
amazing.
where are you?
Yes.
I got a nut house of a group
Where's
here.
Connie?
All right.
I can't
Eating in
find her.
there.
Oh shit, dude! I have one too, but it's in Long Beach. I feel so left out. But mine is like a sunscreen.
Oh yeah, like the Korean ones.
It's
This
like
is a helmet.
you can go tanning with it, and you cannot get the virus with it.
Mine's
And
a
it's
visor.
flip up.
That's like the Korean
Visor.
version.
Yeah, dude, that's so sick.
All right. The expired packets can be put into this and
Guys,
sent out,
I have
guys.
to go. Gotta go. See you guys on Monday.
Bye.
Connie, you gotta wear that next call.
I should. And I am actually advertising the sponsor, Scooterfied. You guys want to go scooter? Go buy. Anyway, buy from them. No, that's what they do. They sell scooters anyway.
Any
especially on Long Beach.
questions? Anybody have questions? Anything special you guys want me to answer?
I do have a question.
What?
Can we do role playing real quick for the absentee? Like just, or do we not have time for that because this thing's gonna expire?
No, it's
this
not going to
guy's
expire.
working now.
It doesn't expire now.
We're high tech, we're improved
But
now.
we can do this all night long. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Let's do some cold calling. Let's hit these people.
Okay. So Amber, how are you doing today?
I'm great.
Great. Awesome. Are you staying safe indoors?
Yeah. How about you?
Same here. We all locked down, but I just wanted to post you on
Wait, how did
something.
you get my number? Who is
You know,
this?
I'm a realtor and I have access to all the numbers.
Oh, another
So-
one. Okay. What's up?
No, it's from title and from the city. We get this telephone numbers for all the properties that are associated to you.
Okay.
So we have those numbers. Just to give you a heads up, you have a property in Huntington Beach that's off Delaware and that's rented out.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought about having that property reinvested into another property?
Yeah, but you know what? I don't want to have to deal with the headache of like moving everything out and like getting the tent. Like there's just so much to do.
Well, there's none. We can make that simple for you. So you don't have to get rid of your tenants. We can move your tenants to the new owners, and they can keep them and keep the margins and everything according to what they think is comfortable for them, and we can work with that. But most cases, don't worry about moving your tenants. We'll take care of them also for you. At this point, we don't want to disrupt anything, but if you're looking at the tax liability in that, I'd be more than happy to help you out, send you some information about 1031 exchanges.
I'm sorry, what do you mean tax liability?
Well, it depends on how long you've had the property. And if you haven't depreciated with your accountant, then there could be some tax liability because you could be losing out on your depreciation.
So the Huntington property, I've owned that one for about 6 years.
Right, so the benefit of that is always move as quickly as possible within 6 months to a year. So that way you can actually utilize and use the capital gains and apply to the next property. It's a strategy that we use to help our clients increase their portfolio.
Okay, so you're telling me that you can sell my property for like 900,000 and then I would buy
something
a
closer to
property that's
950 to $1 million. And
so I
then
can sell my duplex and then buy like a triplex with it.
you
So
can buy a
my
triplex or you
cash flow
could buy,
goes up. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, absolutely.
And then I'm gonna keep the same tax, like the amount of taxes I pay on my duplex. Is that gonna be the same as my triplex?
That can be offset by letting your renters pay for it.
I don't understand.
It can be incorporated into your rent when you charge your renters.
So I don't understand the point of why
I know you don't understand. Frank's already laughing at you.
why should I sell my duplex?
When you sell your
Not
duplex,
telling
you're taking the profit of your duplex right now, the capital gains, putting it into a new property, and your expenses are paid by who? Your tenants, the renters. You don't pay for it. It's the income that's coming in from the rental, that's what's going to pay for your expenses. The problem is you don't know it. The owners know it.
So, okay, and then so what would be the next steps if I wanted to do this?
We can put the property up for sale, and let me send you some information, including your contracts, and take it from there.
But I want to know more about the 1031 exchange, like how
Absolutely. So where can I send it? Could I get your email address?
Okay, that's pretty good.
The problem is you don't know about
I don't really,
1031
I don't
exchange.
fully
Most people
understand
don't
the
know what
value.
1031 is.
Well,
Maybe
Arvin,
investors will.
what will be a good idea, when you said in the last meeting on Friday, is showing them on Zoom. So it'll be better to get on with the customer. And what we're doing right now, we could show them firsthand what we're telling them. Instead of over the phone, we could do like a video chat. And
But you gotta
explain
get
to
them
them.
up. You gotta get them up onto the video.
Yeah, and so you're giving them real-time information, and I think that's going to score big points with these people that are hesitant to do the 1031 exchange. And to me, what you told us last Friday, I mean, knowledge is power. And once they feel
Friday or
comfortable,
Thursday? What did I tell you Friday?
well, last Friday, you know, when you're telling us on a remind, you're giving us real information on the property and giving us how much they own, how much they bought it for, you know, the people that were on title on remind.
Got it. So let me get back to that one.
Yeah, so that I liked from last Friday's meeting.
So what you want to do is go to remind and tell them, Amber, so if you have an email, let me send you a link so that I can show you online exactly what I'm talking about. And since your property, this is the property that we are talking about. I'll just click on this one here. Hopefully it's an absentee ownership. It's not. Oh, lucky me. Absentee ownership. So this is the one that we're talking about. And right now, aggregate is about 719, but let me give you a heads up on the valuation and everything else. So you bought it at 500. Right now, it's worth about 753. So your profit margin is about $150,000. You can take that capital gains and redump it, including your down payment and the money that you've got. Add that together, and you put it into the new property. Long as it's equal or above this pricing is what you're going to actually benefit with the new property. But your loan payment will also be remaining the same or lower because you're taking the extra money and dumping it into the new property because it will keep your loan payments lower as well. So the better way to make you understand on that, let me show you something quickly here. So if you bought your property at 560, I don't like black. Right, so if you bought your property at 560, and today's pricing is about 765.
Land it on the hill.
Just for
Lands on the hill.
example. When I'm not prepared with something, then it throws me off. So you've got about $205,000 difference in price.
Two recommend on the dock.
Do you see the difference there? Minusing it from the top one?
Yeah.
Taking this, getting that. So your capital gains
I'm checking it. Hang on. Hang on. Sure.
will be in that margin. And you can take the capital gains, take the 765 and push it to say for 800. So this way, how much did you put down payment on this particular property when you started? 300?
Yeah.
Next year's. I got C.
So you take this 300 and the 205. That puts you a total of 500.
Capital gains.
It's not even capital gains now. It's not called capital gains. It's you're taking that and you're putting it into the new property which you're buying at 800.
So it's your equity.
Financing 300,000.
Right. So your equity is 500, and you got $300,000 in loans. That's all you need to pay. So your $300,000 loan payment. How much is 300,000? Anybody want to take a guess? I've shown you guys that too.
It's gonna be like 2,500 a month.
Nope.
3,500 a month.
1,500.
1,500.
Oh, because you're doing interest only.
No.
Divide by
3,000 divided by 2 because you're below 10%. 10% is 3,000 interest rate. If you calculate 30 years, interest rate will be 3,000 normally. But and it's not 10% because the interest rate today is below 5%. So if I'm using 5% as a guesstimate, it's going to be 1,500. If I do interest-only loan, which is another game plan that I always suggest to my clients, then you will be at least $1,000. Tell me, even with the taxes and everything at this one, 8,800, especially in Orange County, 8,800, you're going to be, with that included, and the rent you'll be picking up, the rent will be about 2,500 to 3,000 in Orange County right now.
I have a question.
You gotta know your numbers. Go ahead.
I mean, if they want to get rid of it, why do they want to do it again?
Because you're missing out on this part here.
Taxes.
Gains, the gains.
The gains, the profit.
Taxes.
But
Why
if
you
you're
should-
single,
Hold on,
don't
hold on.
allow you to do 253.
Amber,
Owner
time out. Hold
occupied.
on. Let me, Alton, Alton shaking his head. What are you shaking your head for?
I'm not seeing that. So I have a rental, and if I'm going to get out of it, I'm getting out of it.
So he's missing
I'm
the
not
point.
trying to. Now, maybe I could be convinced on some other way to save money. Maybe.
All right, so
I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah, but let me show you something here.
Mm-hmm.
You bought it at 560.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Today's value is 765.
I don't have a problem with that.
Your gain is 205.
I got that, and I will get 250,000 tax free.
No, 205. No, we're not talking about a tax free. Hold on a sec.
Okay.
You haven't lived in the property, so hold on. Plus your down payment of 300.
Yeah.
That's the 300 down payment and the 205 increase that you made a profit. That becomes a 505 year.
Okay.
So that goes back into a new property of 800,000 because you got to buy a property above what you've sold.
Okay. Suppose I just want to buy another property.
If,
You're going to be making more money.
more money, because otherwise you won't be making money. Your 300,000 that you just put in is actually, this is the loan amount now. The 300,000 loan amount normally, and by the time you finish off, will be about 1,500 monthly payments. You seeing what I'm getting at?
Yes, a little clearer.
To make it clear, I think it would be Arvin, I think it would be really helpful to see two scenarios, one like this and one if he didn't do that. So he could see how much money he's going to have to pay in taxes and how much money he's not going to save, because we're only looking at one side of the coin here.
Okay,
Well, we had that meeting yesterday, right?
Yeah.
On the
So
Zoom. She explained it.
So here's your issue. You see this 560?
I got you.
He doesn't sell it. He doesn't do anything with it. What's he going to do with it? He's going to sit with it and just get a rental? Get the rent money coming in?
I'll have to think about that. But yeah.
No, you're thinking about it. I understand that. If he sold it and took the money out, he's got 300,000 plus the 205, which is part of the tax liability he's going to get hit.
And it would be a big hit tax-wise.
Because he hasn't lived on the property for 2 years as a personal property.
Right.
This is an investment property. Investment properties are treated differently. So guess what?
You're right.
And this is where Alton, you're going to get a good night shock.
Yes.
40% taxable.
Yes.
So you're going to pay 40%, which is already $200,000.
Yeah.
Right?
On the appreciation.
Yeah, I got you now. I remember. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
So why are you just giving that money away to the taxman? So let me help you something else. Forget this 40%. It's not forgettable, but you want to pay the 40% long term. Somewhere along the line, you're going to pay it. The one way to do that is increase this number and this number. Keep increasing it. And if you can push it to at least $1.2 million,
It's 120,000.
You're trying to be smarty. So it's 1.2, so 1, 2, and then 0, 3. There you go. So if you do 1.3%, actually, if you do $1.2 million, what's 40% of that?
30.
300,000?
480.
3.
480.
Say
30
480.
Wait, 30%, not 40%?
Oh, 40. Which one we
40%.
doing?
480.
480. 480. Yes.
12 times 4 is 48, yeah.
Yeah.
So now when you make that much of money, I would rather give that 480, and how much are you going to get remain?
One guy over here, B, he's up here.
12, 4, less than 8, 720?
720.
And I have control
Would you like to
C.
have 720 or would you like to have 300?
I wasn't taking it, but okay.
Sounds like, yeah.
That's where the
That's a little
numbers,
better.
you guys need to understand these numbers. If I can keep on bringing, if I keep selling, buying and selling, this is all you guys need to do to get to a larger number. Once you get to a larger number, then the tax write-off is better because I'd rather pay this much and have this much in my pocket. That's the final destination you need to bring them to.
It has to be at least over $1 million or at least 1.2.
No, you want to push them. You want to push them every 6 months to a year to get the new property going. Help them build.
Build up the portfolio.
Every 6 months? They just,
Yeah, you can do every 6 months.
Yeah.
wow.
For investment property.
Yes,
Well,
yes,
this-
yes.
Yes.
That was good to see, I guess. At least I would
But that's
think
what-
about it. But
That's what absentee ownership is all about, is monopoly money, add. It's monopoly money. Just keep adding, guys.
Got it. Cool.
It's simple math. It's not as complicated as you guys are making out to be. It's just taking it, buying it, selling it, buying it, selling it. All you need to do is keep climbing. It's snakes and ladders. Remember snakes and ladders, all the ladders that keep on going up. You just need to keep climbing up the ladders. Everybody's laughing. But are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? I'm showing you guys here.
that was pretty good.
So Alton, when do you want to sell your property? You need to sell and reinvest. You need to sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Keep doing it until you have a bigger portfolio and then cash it out.
Yeah.
And hopefully talk to them about one thing, living trust. Living trust. Keep that in mind. Living trust is important, guys. Make sure they have it in a living trust. If they don't have it in a living trust, if something happens to them, especially right now with this virus issues and that, the tax basis will be taken out. Probate will take all the money and just mess them up so badly that 40% will disappear pretty fast.
Maybe
Plus,
50%.
That was
no,
good.
now it's coming to that one, another 10% will go towards the attorneys.
Yep.
Actually, normally 30%, but I'm just saying 10%. So probate will just eat them up. So instead of doing that, put in a living trust and it just goes sideways to the next of kin. Let them have it. So they don't have to pay taxes and they can pass it on to somebody else.
So they should start doing that now, or?
You got to do it now. If you've had the property longer than 6 months, you better get rid of it. That's why absentee ownership, you need to educate these guys. You guys need to know this over and over. That's why I'm attacking absentee ownership. Expires and all that is a cream of the crop. This guy, nobody likes to touch because they don't understand it.
Yeah.
Mechanics is very simple.
So wait, Arvin, so we get the guy on the phone, we run into these numbers, and we hit the wall. Because obviously we don't know all of these answers right off the top of our head. So how are we going to stay on top of them?
Let's talk about it over and over. Give me another scenario.
Got it.
Let's talk again. I don't have a problem. Even if you guys, like I've told you guys before, get me on board. I'll bring these guys in.
Got it.
Get me on board.
So if we can get him to the Zoom, then you can help us do a little presentation right here with the numbers and be like, okay, all right. Because like sometimes we can get them right there on the phone, but then if we don't have the skill right here, It's just like,
And the problem with this is now you'd have to train them how to get on Zoom.
You don't
yeah.
have to train them anything. You just send them the link, and the link is very easy.
As
They
long as
just
they're
have to-
pretty, investors are pretty savvy, Alton. They're going to have to know the computers.
It's not
They
the
know it.
investor. This is, you're talking to a regular person here. This person might
no,
only
no,
use the
no,
computer
no,
for
no.
email.
Alton, these guys are investors.
These are
Wait,
money.
wait.
Hopefully.
Who are we calling here? Isn't this the person?
Absentee. These are
I'm
absentee
calling an
ownership.
absentee person.
I'm
That
talking about
person-
absentee ownership.
Okay, so here's what I'm getting at. Now, so I taught, I teach a little class, and most of these people in a generation that will maybe be owning this may not even, they don't even know how to use email. They don't even know their password. And then we say, well, let me put you on Zoom. I'll see
That's
about
what
working
that's
it.
what
I don't
you
want
need
to be
to call
negative
them.
on that. Be something I have to work out.
Yeah, you have to call right now. Zoom is killing it. Zoom. If I go to Zoom and try to talk to somebody, I had about an hour and a half. Right now they shut down. But to talk to them, let me see if I do say help.
Got to spell it right. It's got an E in it there.
Keeps on correcting me. I like the way he does that.
Just helping me.
And now it's whelping now. Alta, it's a whelp.
No, it's help. What happened was earlier, I was trying to get to them earlier, an hour and 40 minutes.
Woo!
These
I know
guys
they're
are
making big money right now.
They're making big money, these guys right now.
That's right.
They got so many, they can do webinars, they can do so many other stuffs.
Zoom is happy, especially.
That's
they've-
not
Oh,
Zoom.
yeah.
They've been exploding. Everyone's
yes.
using it everywhere in the industry.
Yeah.
It wasn't
They're
Zoom.
down. They went down by 20 points today in the stock market.
Is that right?
Yeah, but the
Why
stock
would it
market is
be?
not the issue that I'm
It'll
talking
go
about.
back up. It was because of Facebook.
Yeah,
It better
Facebook.
go back up.
It was because of Facebook.
Okay.
I like this class. People are like,
See, the
interacting.
virtual assistant, this one told me, this is when he told me you got an hour and 30 minutes or 40 minutes.
Isn't it less if it's just 2 or 3 people? I mean, more time?
No, there was a wait. See, he's going to tell me right now. He's giving me answers.
Arvin, I have one question regarding
Yeah.
do not call list. Are we in compliance with that?
You're 100% in compliance. You call them the
Okay.
first time and they say, you know what, I'm on a do not call list. You know what, Frank, I do apologize. I didn't know I have an old list. And let me help you remove your list, by the way, from the list. And what I want to do is just ask you a quick favor. Do you know of anybody who's thinking of buying or selling a home? You just nailed it.
All right. I just wanted to make sure because I've been
Yeah,
heard some
apologizing.
stories.
Yeah, only do it once. Apologize the first time and you are done.
Okay.
After that, don't call them again. Just remove them off the list. Just remove the whole thing. But
I would emphasize that with everybody.
now they already know that. So the thing you need to know is you can text them. There's no do not text.
there is already coming up. I
Yeah,
think
no.
I've seen
I
it.
think it's coming, but yeah.
It'll come, but it'll be a while because you know what? I can still text you guys.
And then do not email next.
Email, they can already remove you because-
Unsubscribe you.
unsubscribe you because it's always at the bottom of I'm subscribed here somewhere along the line. It'll be down there.
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
subscription management. So unsubscribe. Don't worry about these things. Why do they have a phone? They need to talk to somebody.
Right,
So-
but they're not used to using it on this. I
Alright.
taught this Zoom class in one of my classes. They loved it, but they like looking at themselves more than anything else. Couldn't stop them from doing that. So in fact, I'm going to have a class next Wednesday, and we're going to Zoom. We did it in the class like 3 times. I couldn't get control of them after a while because they just kept looking at themselves, going to each other's computer. Look at me. I said, okay, we got out of
But
control.
this is
So we're
this
going
is
to do
where
it this week.
you see
I'd like
this
to-
spot here.
Well, yeah.
If you can see this, I can actually take and shut your picture down, or I can mute you.
What are you?
So I can mute you. So
Yeah, I know that's possible, but I don't see it. Is it on here on the screen somewhere?
on everyone,
Lower left.
it's everywhere. They're available. I can also remove you.
I don't.
Only the host can do it.
Oh, yeah.
Only the
you
host can
see
do it. All right.
Yeah,
But
okay. I'll
I
have to
can
work
I
on
can
with
help. I can help remove people. I don't know if you guys can see this part here.
No, we don't see whatever you're.
Don't see any.
Why
Bring
would
it.
you want to mute us, Arvin?
No, I'm not going to mute you. I actually, I need to figure out how to make
Yeah.
sure that every one of you. So, Connie, send me everybody's email because I need to put this into the live version here. She's waving at me, annoying.
Okay, guys, I
Absolutely.
gotta go get dinner. It's late.
I know. I'm going to let you guys go. So
Uh,
let's
uh,
do.
All
It's-
right.
Hope I'll just review
Monday at
the.
9? Or what are we doing? When are we doing the calls? Monday at 7:30?
That's with Gary. You guys with Gary.
Monday, it's at 9.
9.
Can't
Okay.
do Monday. I can't do Monday, Tuesday. This guy has got me.
Who?
I got like 10 Zooms a week with
Who?
management.
In
Wow.
this office. In this office.
We got
You-
10 a week.
What time works for you, Alton?
You have a choice.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
Kids,
So what are you telling me? What, quit?
Fun. Skip the morning.
I'm gonna see if I
Hey,
can.
Arvin,
No,
I'm
he's
gonna
got
go.
that.
Have a good one.
I'll get in there. I'll get in there somewhere
Do
between
whatever you
Just
guys
skip.
can.
Just skip one.
10 and 11. I know it's somewhere.
Do
in
whatever you
But
guys
good to
can.
see everyone.
9:30
Thank
and
you.
somewhere in there. I'll give you a
Great
call. I'll get in there.
I'll forward it to everyone.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
See everyone.
Thanks,
All right.
guys.
Thank
I
you.
think
Good night.
It was
Your
good. I
eyes
appreciate
shining.
it. Arvin.
Yes.
I can never see you, Connie. Your screen's always like this. This is
Too
Connie.
close. Look at all
She's
this.
she's
I'm
eating,
like, what's up, Connie?
she's
Oh,
eating them.
my.
No, I'm not eating this time. Oh yeah, I was eating. My son gave me. My son gave me.
Okay, guys. Happy Friday.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Amber, bye,
Okay.
Elton,
Thanks
bye.
for your help,
Alrighty.
Marvin. We really appreciate it.
All right, no problem.
Oh, thanks, Arvin. Everything was good.
Hopefully. Kelly, you okay? Kelly. I think I need to create a role play so these people.
No,
can
you
actually-
should do that though. Yeah, this was good because I got a chance to look at it a different way. That was good.
I've sent you the scripts already of all the different absentee ownership scripts.
Yeah,
People haven't
it's
been
not that. It
looking
was
at
just I maybe not. But anyway,
No, that's
I have
okay.
to understand. I have to understand it. I'm not just reading it. I gotta
I
understand.
know, I get it. I get it.
So I can know how be confident where I'm going
Right.
with that.
Yeah.
And this was really, I thought this time was really clear. The video that I got for Banner, I couldn't hear anything because her computer kept.
Was echoing. She had, I think, a microphone and
Yeah, I
something
couldn't
deal
hear
was
anything.
open. Yeah,
I said,
so
what the heck? What am I gonna do?
yeah, that's
Oh,
okay.
the script?
I've sent you these things. You haven't looked at your
I
emails.
don't remember seeing this one.
It's all there. This is type in Mike Ferry absentee script on your actual Google. It's all there. Even this is available to you free of charge. I get all these things off the internet for you guys.
I'm on internet all the time. So you said Mike Ferry's
It says Mike Ferry's absentee ownership script.
This is the only sniper I have.
absentee
Yes.
ownership. Okay, I'll look it up. You said I have it. I'll take a look.
It's there.
I've
It's
only got
there.
like 8,000 emails. I'll get through it.
I know. So that's I know I've been blasting you guys. I want to simplify things for you guys.
Okay, I enjoyed it, and I'll try to. I'll try to get in everything.
Okay.
I'm good.
Connie,
Thank you
what
so
do you
much
say?
again, man.
No problem. Connie, what do you say?
I was joking with Alton. I said my mom has 15,000. It's nothing. 8,000.
Oh, she's got 50. Yeah.
No, they're all spam. I told her. She cleaned them up already. That's
Oh,
gonna
no,
grow
no.
again.
I still got 8. I got 8,000. I'm never gonna see those. This was really good. We need to do this a little bit more.
My
just so we make
suggestion.
sure
That's why my
clear on what we're
suggestion.
gonna say. Yeah.
My suggestion. I think Arvin, because our goal at first was to do staples. Because at that time when our staples, sometimes we do role play in front, right? So we can mix
Yeah,
and
but today,
match. We can
today
mix the topics.
yeah,
I'm just
but
saying.
Today I didn't prepare anything because I wasn't.
Well, good. I'm glad it came up. It just shows everybody's comfortable, and everybody want to learn. That really
Yeah.
what makes a team when you can get that way with it.
I've even sent you this.
You sent me this?
Everything. I've sent everything to Connie. Connie's forwarded to everybody.
When was this?
Oh man, come on, guys! I've sent you guys.
Re-forward the son of a gun.
Look at
Is
all
it
my
along-
emails.
Is that along with the dons? If it's with the dons?
No. This is a lot more. Just recently, this in the
Where's-
last.
Oh, I thought there's a recent
Where's your big library like Ronnie has?
I know.
You
It's
got
all
enough
online.
stuff there. You need to say,
I
go
got
to,
too
do like
much,
he
man.
does. Go to my page. Did you
Go
look?
to my page.
Get it organized. Come on, man.
So, Connie,
Open
here
this
you go.
folder.
Our script book, your Barino expired absentee ownerships. I've sent it to
What
you.
date was
No,
that?
I only
have
have
it.
the
What date?
scripts. I don't have that Barino thing.
The date was
April. Oh,
April
just yesterday,
2nd.
right?
Yeah,
I
just
just
a couple
No,
of
I
weeks.
don't have that.
yeah.
Well, maybe I didn't. I don't know.
I've even sent you the expired after that too on the same day.
Let me see.
What's the title? Because I just saw that.
I don't have
I got
titles.
the main expired when I know.
Look for 5 different items that we recently came in. Even the 1031 exchange.
No, I got that. I got
I sent
that.
it to I sent it to Alton directly.
I don't remember the Barino thing. I don't
She
remember that.
may not have sent it out yet.
Okay.
It just
I'm
yesterday.
not complaining because she
I'm
does
trying
a
to
real good
clean.
job.
Oh, thank you. I was trying to clean up all what.
Yeah, she does a real good job.
If she's deleted it, then I can resend it to you.
Well, that's fine. Whatever we can do, because for me to, I want to make sure I'm caught up. Yeah, I don't remember this Barino,
Connie,
and it might be me.
No, Connie, here we go. Yes, one of them's coming up to you right now.
But I would like to. What happens is like what Bob is doing. He's sending us all this material. Then we have to read it. He goes over it like you're doing now.
You know
And
what?
then we're going to have sort of a role play kind of schedule with that stuff.
What I'm trying to tell you, you know what? You can skip all that.
I was gonna say
No, seriously, you can skip all that and just concentrate. What I'm trying to tell you, that will get your business going. I'm not.
I believe you, except I have to see him 10 times a week.
Why?
What do you have? Is it
Because that's how many
accountant?
meetings we have.
Well, then tell Bob, you know what? I've got my coach telling me I've got to go for my coach. Use that excuse. I don't care.
I'm going to do my best to do everybody's.
No. I don't want you to do all, but I want you to be aggressive towards your personal business.
Good.
Your personal business is more important than Bob. Because if he doesn't get any business from you, he doesn't get anything out of you. So
I agree with that part, but he is trying to get bit. That's part of what he does.
yeah, but he's trying to get you business where he's throwing so much at you, you're getting confused where to start, what to do.
Yeah.
I'd rather have you do something that is tailored just to you and focus. I want you to be laser focused on this thing.
Well, I'm used to carrying a lot, so I'll just see how this goes. I'll work it. But I do complain when it gets to be heavy for me, but I still go get it.
I'm
not gonna run from it.
Yeah, it's gonna get heavier and heavier. These guys, all they're gonna do is keep blasting you guys. And this is where I want you guys to change the mode and understand what I'm trying to help you understand is focus, laser focus on absentee ownership, clear it, expired, clear it. Just work a few at a time every day and just nail it. The Zoom stuffs, I get it all the time from my company as well. I don't want to bother with it. I refuse to, no, seriously, I don't want to go with it. Because, yeah, Nancy, she just sent me all this. Look at this.
Yeah, I got that. That's what we're looking at now.
You're driving me nuts.
That's what I did this morning.
So what I did was I just went into my zip forms and I just put all these things together in my listing and I'm done. My template is over.
You're right. You're absolutely right. That's the way to do it. But he broke it down for us, went over each one of them.
I understand. And I don't have to do that. My thing is I want you guys to think, how do I make money?
I'm agreeing with you. I do agree with you. I'm trying to work it.
Call the shots. Get it done.
Okay.
Yeah?
Sounds good.
All right, folks.
All right, man. Thank
you. You okay, Kelly?
Yes.
All right, sir. Take care. Bye.
Meeting you, Kelly.
See you later. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
I can't see the last one you gave me, Arvin. It's blank.
Hi, Connie.
What do you say?
Hi, Kelly. I can't see. Hold on.
They're gone. They're all gone. So what I want to do is in here, my account,
The last email you gave me, the last document is blank. The collective picture.
The what?
The
No, it's not blank. The problem is you download it. When you download it, it'll open up.
Oh, yeah.
You keep looking at it in Google. Google is blank because it can't load.
Okay, I forgot about that. Okay, hold on. It just did. Oh, did it?
All these things you need to download it. Because if you don't download, you're gonna keep arguing and say, hey, I can't see anything.
Okay, now it's not. Where the heck did it go? I thought I did.
It's a JPEG. I sent you a JPEG, not even a PDF.
It's a doc. You know what should I do with this? You know, you told me. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, can I share real quick?
Yeah.
I'm getting annoyed with this. Okay, you need to. Okay, here. See, that's why I don't like. You know how I'm able to move the taskbar. Now I can't move the taskbar.
Escape. Hit escape. You should be able to see the taskbar right now.
No, hold on. Shucks. I can't even share because it's at the bottom.
It's escaping it. Escape actually makes it smaller.
I understand that, but it's not. Right now, it's not.
We were expecting something.
Hold on, real quick.
But
Right. See, this is not
yeah,
moving.
now I can see it. Now I see it. There you go.
But I escaped. It's not doing anything. This one's not moving.
She's just,
What's
if
up,
you
bro?
delete it from the audio, she's just gonna make you fat.
Some people have it done on the left. Where should I go again? The left or the right? I'm so annoyed. You know how
But in a good way, though.
it was able to move back? Like, where do I go again?
You're at the bottom right now.
Yeah, where do I go? To this one? See, now how did it?
No, it's hers.
Now it's gone. What happened?
Because it's hiding at the bottom because I helped you hide it.
How?
You got to go down. Every time you got to take your mouse down, it'll come up.
No, but it was stuck for the longest time, like this.
It was stuck there because I gave you more page to look at. You were running into problems, so I did a right click and helped you right click it and hide it.
You just did it now?
No, a couple of days ago.
Ah,
Go down, go to the right hand side. Go to right side, right click it.
this one?
No, a little left. Okay, there you go. It says lock the taskbar at the bottom.
Oh, that's it. Okay. So
Now it's locked.
here then. Okay. Okay.
You don't have to lock it. I wouldn't lock it.
Yes.
That's why mine are always hidden. I can have a bigger screen to work with.
It wasn't locked. It wasn't locked. It just got stuck. I don't know. So when I was
It
opening your
didn't
thing,
get
this one.
stuck.
Okay,
So
now
what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
see, now it moved. A while ago, I could not. You said to download, right? And the download's right here. Okay, there.
No.
Right here, see?
Click on it.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it before because it was behind the taskbar.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Right. So right now it's enabling it. So you're in Word doc, right? So don't worry about the picture, just go scroll down.
Still stuck. It's not responding. Right?
Because your computer is loading.
Yeah.
Okay, voila.
The picture's there. It's just there.
Like it's blank. It's blank. I was
What's
panicking.
blank? What? It's not blank.
I downloaded it as blank. It's all black. Blank. So you want me to send this as the final one then? Because the last one.
This is it. Everybody should have this.
I have to go back. You send me so many.
No. No. You see that? All you just do is forward this from here. I just sent you the same thing again. If you look at the emails, there's two emails sitting in there right now.
I saw that. Yeah.
So all you need to do is forward it to these guys. The problem they're gonna have
is
they don't know how to use documents and all these things.
course, people don't use this all the time, just like me. It's for
Yeah,
dum
but
dum.
you're gonna start panicking again. It's I don't know how to do it. Alton, do you think Alton's gonna do it? Amber's gonna complain about it. Oh, it's not working. It's
Yeah.
working.
Okay, it's not here. Hold on.
Amber sounds like she's aggressive and all that, but then she falls short. I don't know what to say. It's like, So the 1031 thing, absentee ownership, is very, oh God. I've sent you a script on it also.
1031. I have to read again. You know, I did not eventually, whatever you
What are
sent
you
me,
doing? What are you
I
doing?
just
What are
put it to a folder
you doing?
here
What you doing?
so that I don't get lost, because I want to clear up my inbox.
Forget the inbox right now. All you need to do is go and find everything, put it into a downloaded box.
I did that too. Here, I have my own, but I have to update. It's here. On the folder, I have here, see?
Right, so
whatever.
everything should be in here.
Yeah, but you know, well, we update every day, so I have to update again.
Right, so on your left-hand side, it says expired packet. Left.
That's a Word doc.
No,
You sent me a few days ago.
not then next to it.
Oops, sorry. This
The
one?
PDF, yeah, delete that.
Delete this one, hold on. This one, I want to make sure before I delete.
It's, never mind, you can use that.
Wait, let's see, hold on. Or maybe not.
I don't think it's got,
No, so this
no,
is
it
the old
doesn't.
one.
That's an old one, that's why it's a,
Yeah, because I just got your new one like yesterday, so hold on, let me take it out. Where the heck did it go now? This one?
no, next to it.
I'll delete, right? Hold
No,
on.
no, 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 no.
This is
no,
the 10
no,
people.
No, listen, that one there. Delete that guy.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
This is
There
the
is
new
a
one, right?
main.
This one.
Yeah, but that is not Word. Where's the Word one? That's not
I have
it.
to download. That's why I have to download.
So
I'm
download
telling
it.
you, you've been sending. I haven't caught up with it. So that's what I was trying to
Okay.
do.
Okay. So
See,
download
new
it.
one, right? Yeah.
I just sent it to you right now again.
You just sent me to me again?
No,
This is the one.
meaning when we were
Right
talking
there, right
earlier.
there. That's what I was about to download. That's what I was doing. And you said, do not download, just whatever, just forward it.
No, I asked you if you downloaded it already.
I know. I saw this, but I just didn't get a chance to. I hate you. Not that one. Okay, enable editing. File.
So save this one.
Yes, I am.
Somebody's cleaning with the broom in your house.
No, somebody's shaking the popcorn.
Oh,
There-
what do you mean popcorn?
Somebody's eating popcorn. Download.
Damn it, I don't know the popcorn.
What?
No way. Sound like your mother.
I put there so I know how many people are already there. So. Okay. If I can arrange, I'll arrange it later.
I think I need to simplify this thing for you guys too.
No, what? Okay.
Because I think you were lost and so was Amber.
On what?
The 1031, 1031 exchange.
Of course, it's something new for us. You have to understand, this is something new.
Why do I have to understand it?
If we realtors can understand, how are we supposed to explain it to the people, right? To the clients. Come on.
No.
Don't you want me to remove this? This is old.
Yeah, you got to keep the main one only.
That's what you said. Do not delete. I was about to delete. This is the new one, and this is the new one too. No.
PDF. That's a PDF.
Yeah, but this is not the new. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
it
the new one.
is. It is.
Oh, so you just send me the Word doc after.
Look at the careful one. It says main.
What?
Both of them are. One is Word doc main, and the other one is PDF main.
Okay, there you go. Show Armin the popcorn. Well, we can see.
I don't want to talk to him. I don't get popcorn. I can even smell and taste it right here. I don't know. How do you figure? Sign in, will you? When do you sign in? It's free.
Hold on.
You keep Xing.
Because it's asking me my account there. I forgot already my account, so.
Yeah, whatever. Did you get the Lancaster flyer? Where's the Lancaster flyer?
I haven't downloaded it too. It was just recent, okay? Oh my goodness. This guy's barking at me right so fast. Hold on, hold
No,
on.
I didn't say. I said, where's the Lancaster flyer?
I have to look for it again.
Oh, great.
I told you I put it right here. Maybe in here.
So why would it be in here?
I can't get out of the base now. Because I got drones trying to kill me.
It's a PDF file. It's not here.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it's outside. It's on my desktop only. Hold on.
Bridges is only come back and get me. Oh. Because the drones got alerted to me. Somehow. I was sitting on the roof. Where? The whole base was on yellow for me.
Heck.
Could have, and then the drones got me.
What do I call
I
it?
knew I could. I knew I could. Shut your dumb mouth. Lay down.
Which to me 2 days ago, right? I saw it already. See? I'm trying to clean up, so I was trying to clean up stuff. Okay, just put your name. So I don't know where it is. There.
Flyer.
There you go. Oh, then you changed the RE right here. I didn't download because I was waiting for you to change it, and then this is the one. Yes, sir. It's right here. Hey, so are you sending packet also to Fong and to what's his name, Frank?
No. Do you have a scanner?
I do. I'll scan it.
Scan it. I apologize. I don't have the scanner.
All right, no
I
problem.
have to go to Long Beach. So, how does this look?
The skinny me, yay!
I didn't ask you that. I said, how does it look?
Like every time you open your file, you need to remove. They'll be like, "What's that picture doing there?" Like 4 different pictures. Like, well, I was trying to make me skinny.
Yeah, I kept the original actually, but
Oh, yeah, I saw this. It was just, okay, hold on, let me take
right.
off this.
So her picture, if you look carefully, the lawn, I've manipulated the lawn. I've manipulated the shadow on the cement, no, on the top right-hand side. I've manipulated that.
So it doesn't look ugly.
Right. I've manipulated the
Wow,
lawn in the front. I've manipulated all the lawn in the front.
This one I see, I saw.
No, in the front also.
Front or back, you mean?
Front. The
Front,
present.
this is the front.
The front, front of that.
This one?
No, look at the front green
This
one. Yeah, so gee whiz. And
it's
even
front of the picture, not front of the lawn. This is the front.
No, the front of that lawn.
Okay.
And then even the pathway, I changed that also. So everything has been manipulated so she doesn't come back and say copyright. I took the tree out and everything, so that way.
I know. What?
Look at completely, no, the top tree on the right-hand side.
There's a drone coming after us now.
The shadow of the tree.
Oh, this one?
On top here, on the top right where it says sold.
Dropped.
There was a tree there.
Oh.
There was a branches coming in. I took that out, chopped it out. So I took this MLS at the bottom on the right-hand side also.
Yeah. And you know what? I made a mistake with one time because my very first beller. So I took a picture of his home, right? But I forgot the front. Like the outside exterior is not really front because it's a condo, right? No one around your area. So my what do you call this? My mentor started coming down and he said, where is it? Why didn't you put the front? You need to put the exterior, blah, 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 blah. Plus, I got an email, I guess. I said, I'm in violation. I don't want to pay.
Over there.
So it's just, so you have no choice. Go take a picture from the internet. And she told me to remove the MLS, but I was in a rush. I forgot. I was like, and I sent it. I forgot what happened. I forgot to take out the zero MLS or MLS here. Oh my goodness. Anyway. So this is okay. Your soul was too big. I went.
I did.
No, I purposely put in.
I like it. This shadow.
Yeah, so the soul is sort of getting off the grid in a way.
Mm? What does it mean?
It's marketing ploy.
Mm. So I know it's a marketing thing. So what is it? Expected? Why? What's it?
It's not. The emphasis is not on the soul. The emphasis is on soul somewhat in only 9 days.
Mm.
Where is the emphasis on? That's what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, 9. Okay, you said 9. It's not already. Yeah. Thank you. But this one, I know if I'm the buyer's agent, which I was. They'll be like, "Oh, you made us pay this much more."
It's not made you pay, but I won.
Mm. Or I thought my understanding here is that, hey, if you're a seller, this is how I can do. I help sell your home. I help sell their home for more money than I can help sell your home also.
It's got nothing to do with buyers. This is for the sellers.
Yes.
So
that's what.
See what I can do to sell your home.
Yeah. So I sold this much for the seller. I can do the same for you, the seller.
So this is where I'm losing you guys somewhat. I mean, I understand now you're getting it. But earlier on, Amber and them were getting lost, and that's what I think.
Lost in what?
The explanation over the 1031 exchange thing.
You need to understand them. It's our first time.
Yeah, but I don't know that, and I thought you guys already know these things. So.
No, I told you.
No,
the only thing we've heard is the word 1031. We know it's an exchange. That's it.
You see, Frank was the only one that sort of knew part of it. Everybody else, gone.
Yeah, it's.
So now I need to read.
You want me to slow you down, say, breathing in.
Yeah.
So David Meir, he mentioned that before. He goes, we always do that. He goes, what was that? He was saying 1031. 1031. I'm like, I'm listening. Like it's just alien to me. What's a 1031? I've heard. Okay, 1031. It's part of real estate. That's all I know. Until this year when you introduce it.
I think I just need to do a one-on-one, not one-on-one.
No, just let it dumb it down. Dumb.
I have to dumb it down. Yeah, I have to dumb it down. I need to figure it out. Okay. And you guys are getting zoomed out also too much. So.
Oh my goodness.
And that's what I don't understand about Alton. Is like, why are you getting so bombarded with this guy?
He thinks it's mandated, just like with EXP. There's like 50 classes a week. I'm like, I'm not gonna do all of them.
You don't do it. You stay out of it, man. You do whatever you can, right?
Yeah, I just do the most. The same thing with phone. He just did is, he's been staying out, but tonight was specially a specific one that he likes. That's why he's staying it. That was from the. Yeah, but typically he agreed to come. Same thing with me. If I hear something, I like it, I'll listen to that in double FG. And if not, I stay more here. So he just told me tonight there's like 300 people on the call. I'm like, oh, good. So
the way I look at it, by the way, we can put up to 10,000 people. Yeah.
Is this the new one? You just updated?
The pro version, yeah.
You just upgraded it?
Yeah. So that's why I was asking. You didn't see my email. It says you want to ask everybody.
Yes, I saw that, but I forgot.
That's the reason I called you last night. I was trying to reach out to you last night. It says,
but you're supposed. Yeah, and you're supposed to call me. Yeah, I saw that you asked me.
So that's why I was asking. Is they don't mind, then you can,
Yeah, if it's gonna be for this one, yeah.
it is for this one. This is the whole thing. So
I knew it when you said that this is new. I'm like,
that's why I sent you the invoice. You can send the invoice to everybody and show it to them and tell them, hey, if you guys are okay with this, then he's gonna, I want to take care of the
per month
payment.
anyway, right? It's per month.
No, it's for the full year, $144.
Where is it?
$149.
You sent it today, the email?
No, yesterday.
Oh, yesterday, okay.
Yeah.
What time was that? Right before Tony's lead?
Yeah.
This one, City leads?
No, Zoom forward payment. Go down.
Let me go back,
At the bottom.
Hey, here. That's why I was like, what the heck is he giving me this?
No, that's the one. So he says, yeah, look on top in my email. No, shut
Oh, I
it
didn't
down.
open this. I didn't open this yet. Okay, what?
Look right on top. It says, ask all if they are willing to let me use some of the funds from Tony's funds.
Tony is Canola's last name. If you remove the E, then it's Tony.
One's down, yeah.
Smart ass, huh? I didn't go down. I thought it was you just asking me a question about this. I'm like, what time did you? I was already like going to sleep. I'm like, whatever. Sorry, I didn't see this.
So ask the guys if it's okay, then just send me the money. How do you normally send it? And this, I'll pay off PayPal. And that's how I pay it.
So you want me to pay through PayPal? I have account on PayPal too, if you want.
But I think it charges you or me a
We'll
fee.
see. Not that I know. It's the way you send. It's how you do the transaction. My friend told me, like she'll say, just say it this way, and it's not gonna charge you.
Whatever, I mean, you can see my email.
Or if
that's
not,
what,
I could also issue a check if you want to. So either way.
but you see, you can always send it to the email, okay, also. But find out from everybody. I don't know. I'd rather you ask. If you don't want to ask, that's your choice.
Huh?
Ask everybody if it's okay to take the money from the Tony's payment, the $200 for the Zoom, for the remind.
You know what? What my point is, you already did what you promised Tony, $200. So my question to you is, you're giving him 6 months, right? But he's paying you only for $200
For 1 month.
But you're giving him 6 months worth, but he's paying for 1 month. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So Tony could care less because he's getting, his bargain.
No. I don't want you to ask Tony. I want you to ask.
No. What I'm saying is, he's happy. He gave his money. He got what he's getting. So same thing with us. Basically he's paid for your remind and anyway, but you just happen to get it ahead of it, right? You got your way of getting the remind account, but that was meant for remind. Remind is remind.
Yeah, but I got a remind account which is free between
Correct.
you and me, right?
Correct.
So I use the free account to get him
Correct.
1,000 leads.
So I would keep it that way so it doesn't complicate.
Yeah. So that's fine. But for the Zoom part of it, that's why I was going to offset it for the Zoom. That was it.
Correct. I understand. But when I totally understand, Tony paid for the 200 for the remind, which you gave him, which we got access. That's it. Everyone's happy.
All right. So send me a check.
Now, you should have told me earlier before I send my card. So it'll be one.
You need a stamp.
I know. Good thing I bought stamps. I didn't buy a lot. Look.
I put 3 stamps on yours.
I know. I was like, what are you sending me? I thought you were giving me something else. Are you giving me more work?
No.
All right, I'll wait for it.
Sending it to you. Yeah. I can send it to this, but it's just hell with it. It's not worth it. The thing is, what you're getting is not, I know what you're asking for, but it's actually the steps that I'm trying to tell you. It's the steps that I've already sent it to you on Word doc.
Where was that? I know you did, but so many. That's what I did right now. because I couldn't catch up, what I do is I put you on this one. If it's a document, I put it here. If it's document, but if it's a webinar that you've been recording, I put it down here for now. So
Did you see this? Did you
wait,
see?
so I can, no,
Oh.
I'm doing mine. So I can catch up. So once I download, once I see it, like, hold on, I'll show you what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to show you, what the heck this is. Once I'm able to go through all of this,
I know.
go through all of
I
this,
need
all the
screen.
stuff that I've been getting from you, maybe I can slowly remove them because I will have them in my inbox by then. Because I'm afraid to lose stuff. That's why I'm trying to sort them. You can show me what you want to show. Hold on. Okay.
This part here.
Yeah, I saw that, but I don't know if you sent it.
Do you have that?
I don't remember. That's the thing.
Okay, these are the steps of what you guys need to do. This is actually the whole
Send it.
step.
You showed us 3 times already, but
I haven't sent it to you.
not that I recall.
I thought I did, but I think
No.
send them all the steps.
No, but like I said, I've seen it more than once, right? So it kind of looks familiar.
Yeah, but if you haven't got it, you haven't got it. So yeah,
Yes, you can title it. Well, we can title it so I can.
I didn't title it. I
Absentee.
just send it to you. I'm lazy. I don't have time for this.
Thank you. I'll
Ow, that hurts.
take it. Sorry.
Not you, my chest somehow.
Okay. See, I've been getting bombarded. I'm trying to see if I.
Did you see what I just sent you right now? You're on mute.
You muted me. Who the
I
heck?
didn't mute you. I tried to unmute you.
I just unmuted myself.
See my movies?
You tell me to do one thing. Wait, hold on. I sound
What?
like my son now. You tell me to do things, and you tell me to do that.
No, I'm saying it's
So my son goes,
two
who's that guy?
I don't know.
Right.
what the heck is that? Ow! No one look at those. Okay, I'm downloading it.
South Indians, they got pretty good steps. 10 o'clock.
Wait, I'm gonna give you the email. You know what? I think the email that you sent me. So are you saying you sent to everyone? Is that what it is? How everyone got
No.
in? No, what I did was I forwarded. So this is what happened. When you sent me this morning for the,
New one.
no, for the new one, I did not do that. I thought it's the same. So I did my old one. I sent it to them,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And then in the afternoon, I just realized, I said, oh crap, I forgot to send it to Tony. So I was trying to get it from my old one, but I couldn't find it already because I kind of like deleted it. So I'm like, so what I did, so I was getting lazy, which was really fortunate because I used the email you sent me today and copied and pasted it. I think that's why they got in. So that still works then.
Yeah, so tell me if this number is not the same.
Nope, it was 34.
So it generated automatically.
This was your old one. But this is what I copied and pasted and I got kicked out. It's saying,
I thought I used my old one. That's what's throwing
old
me
one.
out.
This is the old one. When I got in, I was like, wow, there's nobody. I'm the first one. And then I got kicked out. And something said, host is using something, a different meeting now. So I couldn't join in. Okay, I'll show you. Just
No, this is what was happening. So this is it. So I got to send to Kui also.
Mm-hmm.
So here I can change the time frames. Look at this. I can use a lot of different time frames.
Yeah, that's what big groups are doing is using
Right,
this. They're able to
Dang, you know what?
Now I understand. When I was joining the webinar for 3 days, the guy goes, I'm just barely signing people in, checking people in. I'm like, why is he checking people in? And I know it's a big
It should
group.
be, yeah. The problem is I only sent it to you. I didn't send it to everybody.
Mhm.
But if
But how
I
did they
get,
get in? That's a question.
because you
Because-
forwarded it, something you
Correct.
forwarded.
I did. So what I'm saying is it was the new number.
Yeah, but you went to the old one. Only
The first
you.
time, yeah. And the
Yeah.
second time I went to the email I forward to everyone. I'm like, crap, that's why.
Right, so that's why you got on, okay. So when let's reschedule this because I would get, see if I say host a video on, off, everything's share, screen share only.
Mhm.
There's a lot of things I can do here. There's a big advanced part of it. And I can also do is if I do account management and account settings, if you look carefully, watch this. And this came from, what's her name? Look at this.
Yeah, that's why I see people doing it. That's what you're saying. Can you hold on really quick? Because I need to forward the one you just sent me. Because then I forget, then that's it.
Tell them.
Hold it, let me finish it first. Oops. So now how are you gonna get the, now how are you gonna do the,
New one?
no, the recording?
Oh, I haven't stopped this one yet. If I stop this, then
Oh, you haven't stopped it? Oh, yeah, I forgot.
ooh,
Okay, hold on.
should we post this one?
It's up to you. What is it ASD? What kind of a, is it document? Your file name says absentee ownership.asd. What does ASD say?
Water down into it and open door.
Arvin,
I'm looking all.
no, I'm just gonna save it. I was just wondering what it is.
It's a Word doc.
Drum rotating to you guys.
Okay, it says ASD.
I just sent you a Word doc.
Okay.
Yeah, absentee ownership.
Yep.
It's a Word doc I sent you. It's showing up here. Look.
Oh, I know what.
So there's something happening on your side. There's making a difference.
Okay.
One. Let me open. I can rotate. Other than
Let me
that,
send it to
everyone's
these people real quick before what I do is I just download and send them the clean one. So, because when I forward people, there's so many from me, from you, all the email signatures. It's just annoying. I would be annoyed too.
He's rotating around. I can't get him.
Trying to stop this recording.
I'll go stop the recording.
He's rotating to your previous position.
Let me pull up.